Well, hello and good day to all of you wonderful viewers out there. Hi, I'm Awesome Joe, and thank you guys so much for taking the time of your day to watching another episode of Awesome Joe's Play Back-to-Back Movie Reviews. And season's greetings to everybody out there. We had our Halloween season, then we had our Thanksgiving season the other day, and now we are approaching the season of Christmas, and then New Year's going on, so it's a busy time right now. A lot of movies that are coming out to theaters, and a lot of TV shows that are streaming right now. And talking about having streaming and this Christmas season, we are talking about Disney's Marvel Studios' Hawkeye episodes 1 and 2 that first debuted several days ago on Wednesday. And I completely forgot about the show. It's not that I wasn't looking forward to it. No, it's just that so much has been going on right now that it didn't occur to me. Oh yeah, that's right. Today's the day when Hawkeye premieres on Disney+. So when they announced that they were going to be making this show, I wasn't looking forward to it. I was like, oh, well, Hawkeye is not really a very memorable character to deserve his own show. Well, boy, was I wrong, because I saw the trailer for it, I saw the posters. There was rumor of Haley Steinfeld coming in, being casted as Kate Bishop. That was all rumors, and it was something that a lot of fans and audiences wanted, and it happened. And so here we are. I love the trailers. I love the fact that it's Christmas theme. Very, very Christmas theme. A lot better than what Iron Man 3 did. This one, it's like hardcore Christmas. And I love Christmas. Christmas is so awesome to me. A very favorable holiday to spend with friends and family. A great time. And I love that they're putting this into it. Because from what I know for certain is that I can't really imagine any other Avenger of the superhero Marvel team that has a family other than what Hawkeye does. You know, Clint Barton, he has a wife, he has kids, which was first introduced in Age of Ultron, and here we are. So I think that is a really great family-friendly film. Not film, but TV show. Pointing out that, having to watching this series, it feels more like it is a movie more than it is a TV show. When I went to go watch Black Widow, which is something a lot of fans wanted, they got the movie, it came out to theaters. Was it a success? Not at my perspective. I find that Black Widow could have been more of a Disney Plus show than a film. And I think that Hawkeye feels more like a Marvel film than it does a Disney Plus streaming series. So that's how I feel about this whole thing. And having to watching these first two episodes, not only do I admire the Kate Bishop's character, but I really do enjoy the Hawkeye character in this. It really makes me shift and turn my ideas on how I feel about the character when I first saw him being played by Jeremy Renner in 2011, Thor, and in 2012's the first Avengers movie. So here we are now. We are talking about this Christmas season that's going on, dealing with the Hawkeye series. You got Clint Barton Hawkeye coming back, Jeremy Renner, after everything that happened in Avengers Endgame, and within his entire time being an Avenger, being that human superhero with no superpowers. He has a hearing aid in him now, which is comic book based, and by the physical and emotional scars that he's been dealing with throughout this entire franchise, you know, the loss of his best friend, Black Widow, and then all of the explosions that are occurring to him while he was working with the Avengers. So you can understand him being the only human superhero that he would have that hearing aid in him, and you know, and it's all comic book core. So, and now we get our new character that's brought into the MCU, Kate Bishop. Never heard of her before, but she sounds really awesome. And having to being awesome, they casted her with Haley Steinfeld, and I think that she is a phenomenal actress. She's beautiful, she's talented. I think that she is an amazing actress, very well casted, and having her to be playing Kate Bishop is just top-notch, perfect, right to the T. And I love on how the beginning of this series, it starts off immediately showing the entitlement 2012, and right away you already know that the Avengers Battle of New York with the Chitauri is going to happen in this sequence. That's going to be the start-off point as to how the story goes. And Kate Bishop, she really looks up to Hawkeye because Hawkeye is the only hero that saved her from the Battle of New York on her perspective, from her perspective, she was a little girl. Her parents were having this mysterious argument, and then they disappear for all of a sudden, and she's caught in the middle of this attack going on in her apartment that she was living in, and having Hawkeye coming in and saving the day, saving her from the Jatari attacking her, which is also part of the comic books. I never read the comic books. All this that I'm explaining to you right now is everything that I had to investigate for me to acknowledge and understand more as to where this Hawkeye series is leading us towards. So that way I could get a better understanding. Honestly, when I watched this show, I was very blinded, not knowing what was going on, not knowing who is who and what is what and what's going on. And I wasn't really lost. I really felt like, okay, I understood. Unlike what I felt like about the Eternals, this one right here, I felt much more, because it felt very down to earth. I love it when Marvel does down to earth things. Not very big, not like, oh, it's the end of the earth, something popping out of the sky, things like that. So portals from the sky, anything mystical, all that stuff. It's a little bit overwhelming, but having to knowing something like this is very down to earth, not really any superpowers going on. You just have to be a very talented bowsman, and that's about it. So, and I really do love that very much. I've been hearing that a lot of negativity towards this Kate Bishop character is pointing to the fact that she seems very snotty, she seems very annoying. Well, I mean, this is the character development episodes, the first one and the second episode. You know, we haven't really gotten to that point to where we can say that, oh, we love this character already. No, it's still a character development reaching to her fulfillment of being Kate Bishop, the next, possibly passing the torch like what we've seen within these entire Phase 4 projects that have been going on. It's a passing of the torch to the next set of Avengers, which of course Kate Bishop is part of the Young Avengers team. So it's really great getting to know that that's what they're working towards. And so there's still some fulfillment having to being she's still being molded into becoming that favorable character that we're going to be seeing in future MCU projects. So rest assured, right now she may not be seeming like a very favorable character, but remember that she's being played by one of the best modern day top actresses in the world of Hollywood right now. So it's going to take some time. I do believe that it's going to get better down the road, so we'll see what happens. We have these 2 episodes. There's 4 more left to go. It'll go by fast. I mean, and so far, I'm really loving this series. It's really good. Another addition to this cast and into the world of the MCU, we got Eleanor Bishop, played by Vera Farmiga. And she's this CEO, Bishop Security. She's the mother to Kate Bishop. And she's a very mysterious character. There's a lot of things that's going on with her in the backgrounds of what's going on within these episodes. And I feel that she is going to be a character that's probably going to be the villain of this series. People are pointing to the idea of, okay, the villain is going to be this in particular character, or the villain is going to be that in particular character. Even though it does seem like that, I feel like it's going to be a twist and turn to reveal who the real villain of this series is going to be. And then after my investigation, I find that the character Eleanor Bishop is actually this character called Madame Mask, and that's a villain in the comic books to the Kate Bishop hero character. So I'm having a feeling that it's going to lean towards that. I don't think that there will be other villains probably in this series, but they won't be the main villain that our heroes are going to be facing in this first season. And so there's this mysterious death that happens in the show that for this character called Armand, and it's pretty much leaning towards every other character that could be a villain in the series except for her. Of course, as of right now, she seems very innocent. She seems very much like she has nothing to do with what's happening in the series. We don't even know what this story is leading itself toward. We don't know what it is. Like I said, it's just all character development. There is no story developed just yet. It's just us getting to know and understand where we are at and where we're going from there. So Eleanor Bishop is, even though she lost her husband, the father of Kate Bishop, when she was a kid in 2012 in New York's battle, she is now a fiancé to this character called Jack Duquesne, I think that's how you say it, and it's played by Tony Dalton. And man, this guy, he felt very cartoony. He had that twerking mustache on him that I could not even believe. He is a professional in fencing, and he seems like he could be the possible villain of this series. Well, based off of comic book that I had to investigate, he's actually this character called the Swordsman that works alongside with Hawkeye in the comic books. Well, when it comes to Kevin Feige and the MCU, they always like to do things a little differently away from what the comic books do. They get some lore from the comic books and bring it into the story of their MCU storyline, but it's never really fully based off what the comic books did and reflecting that to their projects. So anything could happen. It could be anything. The comic books may say one thing, but in the movie or TV series, it's going to be completely another thing. So anything could happen. He could be the villain of the series, or it could be Madame Mask, Eleanor Bishop's character. So we don't know just yet. It's just the fact that we're having a lot of fun with this build-up that's occurring to us. And I know that there's going to be some more depth. There's going to be some more reveals, and something that's going to reveal to us, letting us know what's going on. Then we get Laura Barton coming back, Linda Cardellini. She's not in the show enough. She's a stay-at-home right now for Christmas while the kids are enjoying their time with Dad. I'm thinking, okay, did they split up? Are they no longer together? Are they divorced? That's how it felt like. It felt like, oh, it's Daddy's time to spend time with the kids. That's how I felt when I saw the trailer. I'm thinking, oh, wow, I guess their marriage didn't last then. I mean, because I never really saw that coming. They look like a really great married couple. And they actually do. The way they're not split up, it's just spending time with Daddy for Christmas in New York. And I love the understanding that she shows, how much she's very committed to this team marriage. They don't hide anything from each other. There's no, because there's a phone call between the two, and it's never really, oh, hey, I can't be there for Christmas because I'm doing this, and that. That's not really the case. He tells her everything. He tells her what's going to happen, and she's very understanding, and she says, well, go get him, babe. So I love that. That was really great. I wish most marriages would be like that as well. But it was great getting to see Linda Cardellini. She's a great actress, and I always get excited for whatever project she herself agrees to work in. Speaking of, we got Lila Barton coming back also, that we will remember, played by Ava Russo, who is the daughter of Anthony Russo, who directed the Captain America Winter Soldier, Civil War, Infinity War, Endgame. So it was great getting to see her coming back as well too. She was being trained as a bowsman as well, and I thought that the mantle was going to be forward over to her, but it looks like within this episode, with this series, it's the Hawkeye mantle looks like it's leaning towards Kate Bishop's character. So even though that she's not a professional bowsman, it looks as though somewhere down the road that she will be worthy enough to take on the Hawkeye mantle. There's this really cute thing that happens in the first episode that a lot of people saw in the trailers that looks ridiculous, but it's still very fun to watch. I would watch it if there was such a thing. The Rogers musical stage play. Talking about, the original Avengers, especially even Ant-Man being in it, which he is not the OG Avenger in these set of movies, but getting to seeing him there and putting notice to the fact that, oh, he wasn't really there, but okay, we'll go ahead and say that he was. So it was great getting to seeing that. Great stage play. I would love to get to see it if it was a real thing. There's a cliffhanger to the ending of the second episode that lures us to the introduction of another character, Echo, that's played by Alec Cox, and she's a deaf character. She works for the Kingpin, based off of comic books, and she's looking revenge on Hawkeye before she is told that her dad was killed by him, supposedly when Hawkeye was Ronin or something. I don't know. But even though that she seems as though she could be the villain of this series, she does have her own series coming up, and having to know that her story arc reflects on the Kingpin character, the Daredevil character, which of course we're assuming that we'll see Daredevil very soon in Spider-Man No Way Home. So there's a lot of direction that's leaning towards having to seeing Kingpin and Daredevil, so on and so forth. There's a lot of direction headed in that way. And am I looking forward to it? Absolutely, I would love to see that. But I'm not going to keep my high hopes going on here and be disappointed when nothing really of my assumption happens. So I'm going to keep my intentions low and just enjoy the show for what it is and avoid having to expect what my assumptions to come true. Now, yes, there is talks of Yelena Belova from the Black Widow movies, stating also what happened with Echo, that she's told that Hawkeye killed her sister, this and that. Now she's seeking revenge, and it's told that she will be popping up in this series. So I'm excited to seeing that as well too. I really want to see where that goes. Hopefully, it's going to be a really interesting piece of interesting story that's going to be thrown into there. So I'm looking forward to that. Can't wait. So this is a six episode season, so a lot's going to be happening. It's going to go by very fast. I'm looking forward to it. There's a lot of extended time that's put into these first 2 episodes, talking about the auction, and then the LARPing, which is the live action role playing, which was an incredible set of scenes that was put into there. But it's something just to add more time to the episode, just to have a little bit more fun. And Vincent D'Onofrio, they're assuming that he's going to come back as Kingpin. Like I said, I would love it. If it happens, awesome. If not, then I'll be a little disappointed, just a little bit, but I'll still enjoy the TV show for what it is today. You get the introduction to the Tracksuit Gang. That's another piece that's part of the Kingpin character in the comic book. So that's another piece of the puzzle that's luring us to the direction of if there will be a Kingpin character in this series. So we'll see what happens there. There's an underworld auction. That's another piece to the Kingpin character. So it looks like it's going to happen, but if it doesn't, I mean, like I said, because I love the Kingpin. I love him. He's really cool. You get the Ronin suit coming back. You get his sword that's being put into this underworld auction. Everything that happened, what happened in Avengers Endgame. You get the one-eyed dog, which is Lucky the dog. It sounds ridiculous, but it was in the comic books, and knowing that he's in this show, it's really cool getting to know that that's happening. Really excited for it. A big mystery that's happening here, because the underworld auction was invaded by the Tracksuit Gang, looking for this Avengers watch that was found in the compound during the destruction of Thanos in the final fight in Endgame. As to what is the point of the watch, not entirely sure. It hasn't been revealed just yet, but I have a feeling that since Lucky the dog came in and bit off that guy, I have a feeling he probably got that watch and swallowed it, and we're going to see that it's going to come to light as to what's the purpose of the watch. So I had a lot of fun with this show. It's the first 2 episodes. There's still 4 more to go. I'm very excited. I have a lot of fun with this. I love the Christmas theme. Everything that based off of my investigation on how all this relates to the comic books. It's all there. It's all there so far. It's all there, and I am loving it. A lot better than Black Widow, I'll give it that. A lot better than Eternals, I'll give it that. I do find that Hawkeye, Jeremy Renner's character, is a fantastic character in the MCU. This series really put a lot of light into it, making me enjoy the character a lot more than the way I felt these last 10 years of the MCU. So Rotten Tomatoes went ahead and gave this series a 93%. That is a huge improvement. I really do love it. But before I saw that the percentage of Rotten Tomatoes, I went ahead and rated it, and it's very close, giving a little bit higher up of a 96%. Like I said, the 2 episodes are a little bit time extended. I feel like that they could have shortened it down about a few 3 to 5 minutes. It's a little bit extended for my taste, but it was still entertaining and fun to watch. So 96%, I go ahead and give these first 2 episodes. I hope it gets better. I know it's going to get better. I'm loving it so far. Have you guys checked out Disney Plus's Hawkeye, Marvel Studios' Hawkeye on Disney Plus, available right now, episodes 1 and 2. If you've not, go ahead and check it out. I feel like it's not going to disappoint you. I really do admire this show a lot. I feel like Marvel is really increasing, doing a lot of good work into bringing us the introduction of a lot of comic book characters that we're not really familiar with, but we are now because of the MCU. So that's my review for Hawkeye, everybody. If you want to check out some more of my videos, just check them out on Facebook and on YouTube at Awesome Joe Movie Reviews. If you have any questions, comments, complaints, concerns, please feel free to leave it down in the comment section at the bottom. Let's have an awesome time talking about this show or movies or anything that you like to talk about in general, because I love to talk about movies and TV shows, but most importantly, I love to talk about them with you. And don't forget that you can check out some more of my videos on Facebook and on YouTube. Just look me up at Awesome Joe Movie Reviews. Don't forget to click on that like and subscribe button there, you guys. I really do appreciate everybody's support in my channel. It's a huge personal hobby of mine, and I love to share it amongst all of you wonderful viewers out there. So once more again, I'm Awesome Joe. Keep on living the dream, and as always, stay awesome. Thanks, you guys, once more again. I'll see everybody in the next video. Bye.